I mean,
World War II and the Korean War.
Well, yeah, one of them was in Korea, Vietnam, and nobody was in Desert Storm. But anyway, I said, so just kind of prepare yourselves and just say to yourself, okay, I'm just going to be really good listeners. And then after they leave, then we'll do something really fun. So you have to kind of motivate yourself, you know. They were so cute. They had this one little girl wrote a book all about them, baked them each cookies, brought it to them, had them all in little bags. I mean, darlings. Now, I was going to say, she reminds me of Casey. She's the total beautiful. But anyway, and I thought, I'm going to have them get questions ready, you know, to say. But I forgot to tell them, of course. They had their own questions. It was like, Colton raises his hand and he goes, what inspired you to be in the war? You know, just something they're so cute. It's not even, they're really smart. Eric, I have 5 kids reading at 6th grade level, and most of them read at 4th and 5th grade level. Like, I don't know why they gave me this.
What was the one person that asked something about killing them or something?
Oh, it goes, did you ever kill anybody, or did you just help people? My fingers are so, and they write in their journal every day, then they read them, they're like this thick from the August until now, and I gave them a new one, and I said, this is like a diary when you grow here, but everything they eat, everything they do, everything after school, I mean, it's the best. It's so much fun. And it's so easy, like, because everything's all laid out for you. Like on Friday, I do the spelling test, and they have my feet up, and I go, oh, you guys, this is so great. I said, you know what I would be doing if I was in kindergarten right now? Like, I always tell them that. I said, you know what I'd have to be doing right now? They'd be whining, and they'd be, you know, I always say all these things. I get a spelling test, and that takes about 20 minutes. I got my feet up on the desk, and they always laugh because they do that. You know, because it's just so easy. There's no stress at all. And not that there was stress in kindergarten. It wasn't like that, but it was so much more of having to hear all the stories.
Some of them wet their pants or something like that.
Well, but now it's just like they're just so independent, and they're doing their own thing, and they're finished their work, and they're taking out a book, and
you might not go to class like that.
Oh, I might not. But you know
what?
Midget again. Even if you don't.
Midget a year is all it takes.
Well, we have a lot of little people. I mean, I've had 3 little people in Escalon. That's a lot. But the girl I have now is Priya.
You don't want to put this on YouTube, by the way.
Oh, yeah. The little girl I have now is Priya. And when I had her in kindergarten, because 2 years ago I taught kindergarten, so I have 3 of those kids. And Priya came from India, from this orphanage, and this family in Escalon, this really great family in Escalon, adopted her. And she screamed and cried the whole first day screaming. It happened to be our bubble festival day. We were having our bubble day in the classroom. We were doing all these bubbles. And I just remember her going, Mama, Mama. Then I walked into 2nd grade, and I said, does anybody want to share their journal? And Priya's up there, and she goes, yesterday I went to the blah, blah, blah. She starts reading it, and I started crying. So I went, oh my gosh, Priya, because she didn't speak any English. I hadn't really seen her. I saw her a couple of times last year, you know, I seen her. She speaks, she reads. I mean, she's like this tall. She's
we saw her the other day. She hopped right up there.
Oh, yeah. No, that's Isabel.
Oh,
this is Priya from India. That's Isabel. She's in the 4th grade.
Oh, okay.
I had her, too.
I saw Priya in your class.
Priya goes to church.
Yeah. She's a midget teacher.
Well, it is kind of funny. Every year I've had, and then I have Branson. Of the 3 kids that have come through that have been little people, I've had. But I think what they probably do is they probably figure, like, they already have to accommodate your classroom, like have another stool by the sink or whatever. So they probably feel like, well, the stuff is already in there. Let's just put them in there. I don't know. But anyway, the answer is it's a lot of fun.
Okay, Wendy, do you think?
But I'm thinking, I also have a job and I'm getting paid. And I don't always feel like, you don't always feel like that, but there's no reason to be crabby to kids. Yeah.
Oh, I can give you a couple reasons.
No. But I feel like
the kid on the bike.
Yeah, that was different. But like when kids are running in the hallway, I just look the other way. Like I just act like I'm doing something because I can't stand still. I just don't like that kind of confrontational stuff. But in my classroom,
Okay, so say if you're walking by and you see this kid grab a piece of pizza off the table and throw it on the ground.
Oh, I would act like I didn't see it.
Wait a minute.
Now, if I had my classroom, I wouldn't do that. I'd say, guys, what's that all about? What's that all about?
But if you saw outside your classroom, you should.
What you do is it'll come back to haunt you. And I tell the story about how Allie got kicked by Willie in kindergarten, and then all through high school she remembered, and then he asked her out in high school, and she said, you're the kid that kicked me in the back? Because if they ever did Willie, this little boy in Allie's kindergarten class, kicked her in the back. And he turned out to be really normal. But Allie never liked him. I said, just be careful what you do because it'll haunt you. It'll come back to haunt you. So they're pretty good kids. I mean, I don't think anything.
Poor guy. Allie probably deserved a kick.
No. Remember when we did the personality test? Yeah. I was telling Kathy Pendleton, the one that has is a phlegmatic, choleric. Mm-hmm. she laughed so hard, I said, I just always thought that you liked me. And she goes, I do like you. And I said, Kathy, I know, but I know I must drive you crazy because she's just so organized. And like, I taught first grade just for a really short period of time because I did a K1. Remember when I did the K1 last year? We didn't have enough kindergarten, so I worked with her. And, I would lose stuff, or they'd pass stuff and put it in my note, and I wouldn't have it or anything. I said, I know I must drive you crazy. And I did, so.
That was
Yeah.
Kathy who?
Kathy Pendleton, remember Ellen had her first grade, like,
She was,
she
yeah,
was
she was-
safe. But it's not, but I'm not that I'd ever say. Because one time, the boss walked in and she goes, it's so quiet in here, it's like Mr. Gregory's classroom. And I thought, whatever that means, but I didn't even acknowledge her. And it's always quiet in here because that's just how, you just kind of set the tone, you just kind of set the tone.
We need to back
I
away.
want to hear, okay, Gwen, tell us about what the parents say. Okay, tell us about your,
throwing your softball.
Gwen, what do your parents do say about you during the parents'
When I'm
conferences?
not looking?
No, the parents' conferences.
Oh, I don't know. One mom said, Shani just hated school last year, but she just loves you. She loves coming to school, and she was crying.
Remember Andy's teacher like Wendy? Where I asked, Andy had such a horrible experience, I said, please put her in whatever her name
Yeah.
is.
Weren't we picking
Class
on?
was.
Yes! Was it first grade? No, it was
that's
after
another
he
one.
had,
No, that's
yeah.
another one. Not Miss Dillon, Miss whatever her name was. But yeah, but it was a teacher like Wendy where Andy hated one grade. He's a really good student and everything. And I
Yeah.
thought, okay, this kid likes school. After being with this teacher, he hates school. So
Yeah.
I wrote a letter to the school and they put him in that class.
Good for you, Liz. I know you have to fight for your kids.
Oh, well, like I said, if you can take a teacher to take a kid who's a good student and likes school to hate
Yeah.
it. And I don't think I said he learned to hate. I said that he used to like school and he doesn't.
Oh, good for
I think
you.
I said it could have been a personality issue, but
Yeah.
But
wasn't the really bad year the 6th grade year? Or was that when the friends were really crowded? Remember he had the,
yeah.
oh,
he was,
hated that story.